I know that got to be a cold way to deal with this type of news, being in them places.
Yeah, that's definitely not the news he wanted to receive right now. We've been on a good positive vibe too.
Big U is back in the news today, and unfortunately, it isn't about the Los Angeles gang RICO indictment he's currently fighting. And that is, Big U had to hear while being incarcerated that his son was shot and killed on Halloween night. Not only the streets of LA would feel this one. Now, some would think that this would be Big U's older son, Jabari Henley, who plays for the charges that would pass. But no, Jabari Henley, aka Big Uiie, was well known in the streets.
Y'all want to sign too, Grimy? Look at these two dudes, Louis and Nipsey Hussle. On the block.
What is that, yo? What's coming on? That's
on Instagram. On Instagram.
Say, looking up. You said, got it.
Ain't nothing. I love nothing, though.
Very well known Crip got killed tonight. He has one son that plays for the Chargers and one son that does not. And I don't know which son it was that got killed. I think it's the son who doesn't play for the Chargers.
Now, I don't have all the details of where and why, but I do know that Big Uiie was shot and killed in front of a smoke shop in Hoover territory. Now, I have no idea how pertinent that is to the case, but what I do know is Big Uiie was summoned to the car where the shots came from, which usually implies that he would have known his killer. But let's stick to the facts. A shooting outside the Vermont Slauson neighborhood of South Los Angeles left a 34-year-old man dead, police said Saturday. Officers from the LAPD 77th Division responded to calls regarding a shooting at 11:11 p.m. Friday at a smoke shop in the 6900 block of South Figueroa Street and 69th Street west of the Harbor 110 freeway, according to an LAPD spokesman. It would continue. According to witnesses, the victim was approaching a vehicle when someone inside the car shot him, police said. Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics pronounced him dead at the scene. There was no suspect description. The man's identity is being withheld, pending notification of the next of kin. Anyone with information is urged to contact South Bureau Homicide Division detective at yada yada yada. Now, I'm sorry, but I have to think that Big Uiie knew his killer. It's pretty rare you can just pull up to a street dude and summon him to your car. Most people with common sense are going to ignore someone calling them to their car, especially at night. Me personally, I've had so many bad run-ins with the police. I don't respond to anyone unless they call me by my full government name. I don't respond to, hey buddy. I don't respond to, hey bruh, say bruh. And I definitely don't respond to, hey yo, check it out, or whatever phrase anyone who doesn't know me might use. Now, one thing I do love about the streets being dead is nothing stays a secret for too much longer anymore, even within your own gang. Because Spider Loc will contact another individual who claims that Big Uiie was warned multiple times not to go back over there. It was unclear for the reasons Big Uiie was going over there, but Spider Loc would try to get to the bottom of it.
That's big.
Neighborhood, top of it.
Neighbor.
Hey man, I had called you right before I started this reaction. I know it was early. I apologize.
No, I'm up early anyway.
Okay, so I went on and started doing it anyway, and it wasn't really much to say, report, or read. And you called me back in the middle of the reaction, so I just want something more official, close to the streets, close to the family. We lost a soldier, a good one last night, man, on Halloween. Any words from the section?
I mean, the section is devastated. We already know what the climate of the streets right now, and that wasn't the area to be around, to be hanging around in.
What particular area was it exact?
That's off Fig. I think it was like, in 60 something in Fig. They say it was like closer to the Menlo side, but we know Fig ain't the place right now. It's hot, period.
Yeah. It's going down big on Fig.
Yeah. So it was, he's been hanging out down there for whatever reason. I don't know the specifics of why, but he was told to be cautioned or to avoid that area. So I got a call a couple of weeks ago that he was down there. I got the call from the other side, from the orange side, and it was like he shouldn't be over there, and he was identified and 2 weeks later, this happened.
Now, I don't know if this story is true or not, but it does seem like the Hoovers were trying to politic correctly by going through official channels to prevent violence. We don't have all the details, but typically in gang culture, this is the proper steps that they go through before it escalates to violence and beyond. And to be honest, that's generally how life works. Sometimes you're fortunate enough to get a warning that the stove is hot before you touch it. It's up to us to heed the warnings. And unfortunately, the Hoover territory has been taking too many losses as of late. So it's smart for anyone who's not affiliated to not be over there.
Was he at a, like, what, known to be at a residence over there, or just, was it a female he used to with? Was it?
Well, I think he was dealing with a female because he kept going down there. Then that's when I got the call that he shouldn't be down there. But this particular, the incident supposed to happen by the smoke shop over there.
Yeah, that smoke shop, that term is just starting to sound exactly what it sounds like. A shop where you can't get, man, I hate to hear
you
that,
know,
man.
these shops is like, it's like traps nowadays. You know,
Yeah, they
you know, it's where it's a high traffic at, you liable to cross the enemigo. So
definitely. And usually try to miss each other, but the moments is unpredictable, man, especially like you say with the climate in the streets right now. How old was he?
that's a good question. I want to say that Uiie was like 26, but don't quote me on that one.
Okay. I know.
I think he was in his mid-20s.
Now I had to stop the clip right there because on this channel, we report on Big U frequently. So the first thing I caught is when he said Big Uiie was 24 or 26 and that he was the first son of Big U, when we all know the first son plays for the Chargers. And Big Uiie was 34 going on 35 at the time of his passing. So this is when I started giving the clip a little side eye, but I'll let it continue.
I know the night Big U came home from prison, one of his sons had a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese and I was there. I've never been able, since they've been older, to figure out which one it was. Me, Key the Rock, and Corrupt
Yeah,
went
Uie's the
together.
baby brother.
Okay.
There's Mike. There's Dion. He's in the middle. And then Uiie.
Have you got a chance to speak to his father?
Nah, not yet. I think they on lockdown. I just got word yesterday they was on lockdown. I ain't even heard about no lockdown to now. But I did notice I haven't spoke to him in about 5 to 6 days.
Okay.
So
Will you make sure
sometime I thought that'd be due to the minutes.
when you do talk to him, make sure you send mine personally and then just from the Black Box as a platform. I know that got to be a cold way to deal with this type of news, being in them places.
Yeah, that's definitely not the news he wanted to receive right now. He's been on a good positive vibe too. So
yeah, I know when it's a situation like this, it's not much to be discussed in public unless you're one of them weirdos, man. I so appreciate you.
I just want to say that jail is the worst place to receive any kind of bad news, let alone this. No parent is supposed to outlive their child. And unfortunately, Big U was stuck in a place where he has nothing but time to contemplate his actions. He might even have thoughts of the sins of the father, etc., etc. But like I said at the beginning of this video, this has nothing to do with the RICO case that Big U was fighting. But I bet Big U wishes instead of fighting this case, he was outside free with his son for these last 6 months. And that's part of the tragedy of the streets, that rappers, scammers, drug dealers fail to tell the youth at signups. But let me know in the comments, do you think Big Uiie was just in the wrong place at the wrong time? Or do you think this was retribution for the murder of Nipsey Hussle? And if you made it this far, click the left side of your screen to see why Charleston White crashes out on Little Dirk in Chicago once again. And also, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share to be aware, put me in that album because I need to be there, man. I know there's 10 other streamers out there doing it like me, but
Fuck that, I look damn.
I'm maxed out.